Hey folks, this is Philip with Chosen Martial Arts Academy, and I wanted to talk to you today about additional ways that you can strike using your upper body. Last time we talked about the palm strike, where if somebody's coming straight up on you, you can, instead of having a punch, you can actually use the heel of the palm, actually anywhere around here, to be able to strike at a greater distance. Sometimes though, and what's most likely is you're not going to necessarily be able to keep somebody out at a distance for very long. They're going to want to come in, especially if they're bigger and stronger than you are, right? So what do you do in that case? If you keep on trying to do the palm strike, come on in, well, then I start losing my power here because I don't have as much distance to really accelerate and get that power inside there. You can still use it a little bit, using your body a little bit more, but one strike that you can add to your bag to make it a little bit more effective in closer distances is the Hammerfist. Now, the Hammerfist basically it works just like a hammer, right? If you're just going to be, you have a hammer in your hand, you're hammering a nail. That's the way it goes. So imagine that you're doing that. Now, the way that it works here is that you just take your fist and you just curl your fingers in, get your thumb on the outside here. Now, this is not as important because if it's such that, kind of like in Krav Maga, you want to make it so that people aren't having to remember so much. The cool thing about the Hammerfist is that you can have your thumb up, you can have your thumb inside, you can have your thumb just out here. But because you're striking over here on this surface, it's more forgiving, right? In terms of you can still maintain strength in your weapon without having to worry about where things are going. Because again, if it's such that you're explaining this to a 4-year-old child, well, maybe just naturally, because they don't know how to make a fist, right? Maybe they're doing like this, or maybe they're doing thumbs on the inside or whatever. Well, they can still use this very, very, very effectively. Does that make sense? Yes, sir. Okay, so here, so you're striking here typically. Now, that's one thing with most folks when they think about the Hammerfist, is you're striking only with their fist, and that's not necessarily the case because you have the rest of the surface all the way down to the elbow, down to the bottom of the forearm here, that you'd be able to use in your strike as well. Okay, so don't think just because if he's in here and I get to the point where I'm choking up a little bit, my fist is going out here, that he's not going to get hurt. He is definitely still getting hurt. This is no joke. All right. So it can go down. It can go to the side here. All right. So this is the thing with the Hammerfist. So again, maybe you start off with the palms, and then as he comes in, now you get into the hammer. Right? Now, of course, he's going to be moving around a lot as well. So maybe I'm aiming for his head here, maybe I'm aiming for his face, maybe he's blocking and that type of thing also. Well, whatever I can do to get that hammer fist in and also down to my forearm, then that works out pretty well. Got it? So that is the hammer fist. Now, that works when he's coming in here. It also works if you've got somebody coming in from the side, okay? Body mechanics are a little bit different because you're not coming down on them. You have to come over from the side a little bit. But if he comes in, boom, if I see him, again, whether it's the fist or down here on the forearm, he's going to have a little bit of pain there. It's gonna make an effect, all right? Now, in terms of power, here's the thing that I see a lot when people start learning the Hammerfist. Andrew, can you grab that tombstone real quick? So, typically what they do, especially if they're new to kind of self-defense, is that they just do this, right? It's just coming right from the elbow, and they can go fast and furious this way. And not to say that this is not going to hurt, but it's not going to be as effective as it could be. So here are 3 things that I think about when it comes to Hammerfist in terms of generating power. First is extension, which is essentially what that was there. Okay, they're extending from the elbow, coming down here, right? But you can add a couple more to that as well. The second one is crunching down with your abs, with your core. Okay, so if I have it fully extended here and I just crunch down with my core, you see that there's a bit of force on there as well, right? So if I come down here, there's a bit of force. It's almost like you're doing, oh, what the hell is that? Man, puberty sucks. It's almost like you're doing a crunch, but you're standing up doing it. So here, down, right? So if you add that to this extension, then that multiplies that power that you had just in that extension, right? The third one is weight transfer. Now, weight transfer in this case, because I want my force to come down, is basically coming down like this. So again, if I have it fully extended here, and I don't do anything else. I'm not crunching down or anything, but I just drop my weight. This is an exaggeration, but you see what I'm saying. Drop the weight, then there's another extra bit of force that I put in here. So if I put it all together, so here's extension, add the crunch to it, add, bringing my weight down. See the difference? So here, so I'll do it a little bit here. It's going to close off it. You'll see. So in any case, guys, that is the Hammerfist. Again, if it's such that you're trying to teach somebody, maybe a child, maybe a family member, some effective strikes to be able to use to help themselves out or help help the situation, Hammerfist is a great way to go. Make sure you drill it. Make sure you practice it. Make sure you practice all 3 different ways of generating power. Again, this is Sensei Philip with Chosen Martial Arts Academy. We'll talk to you next time.